Listen, as long as you stick to your own path, it doesn't matter what Mother Nature throws at you.
Haha!
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that! Oh, wasn't it awesome?
Good job, Paimon.
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's right!
Moreover, I believe my opposition reasoning is flawed.
My reasoning?
The on-stage equipment was clearly tampered with in a premeditated fashion. However, you say that Caldwell pumped it into Lenny by chance. Pump it, Jesus. Pause. Yeah.
If that's the case, then if
Yo,
Cal hadn't
yo,
entered the
yo,
tunnel, who
yo.
was the entire setup meant
Yo.
to kill?
Yo. No comment.
Assuming that what you say
No
is
comment.
true, Lenny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell him! And that's why they're partners of mine. They've managed to turn things around.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims?
Do you happen to remember how you refuted Lenny's alibi initially?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
Your claim has now become my weapon. Your claim has also become a critical clue. Wait, I just picked one of them? Your claim has now become my weapon. Your claim has... Doesn't matter what I pick here, or is it right or wrong? What? You were saying that he wasn't. Your claim has also become a critical clue. Your claim has now become a weapon. Fine. Alright. Which of the evidence that Lenny wasn't in the tunnel when the crime took place? Fine. I guess it was the third.
That's right! Lenny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance.
Oh, you meant that. Oh my freaking god. I don't know. Okay, my English just sucks balls. I don't know. I didn't understand.
Lenny had already entered the basement via the vent.
Oh.
The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
I'm very disappointed in my own brain. I don't have such a thing. What is that?
Well played.
Never mind. I don't have one of those. I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. Sorry. I'm just gonna become quiet now.
To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Lenny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
The murderer was... I'm not even gonna think. I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna pick. I'm too dumb. I'm too dumb for this. I'm just gonna let it do by itself. Click the gear icon, shake it around, that doesn't matter, I won't get it right. So I just fill the empty gears to verify the... Once you answer the question, select the complete version. The guard's investigation report indicated that the fireworks released near the end of the show ignited and burned through the rope suspending the water tank above the stage, which caused the water tank to fall and kill Cobble in the box below. If Lenny is no longer under suspicion, only the other member of the troupe would have been able to tamper with the prop. Sorry. Lenny gave a detailed account on how the trick was supposed to work by using a box inside a box. The idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Lenny himself would also use this tunnel to get on the other side. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge on stage interactions. The clothes belonged to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Who was the only person who could possibly have committed the crime? But we already discussed that there's no way there was a third person, right? Oh! But let's see what the explanation is, though.
Huh? That can't be right. Are you serious?
Yep.
The killer was, in fact, Cowl, the deceased!
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Okay, Cowell plan as if you're inside a tunnel. How can no one left? I don't know. Never mind. Let's go. We only have one
It
left,
would have
I
been
guess.
tough for both.
I don't know. Huh? But I only have that one left. What? I only have that one left. I don't know what to do. The criminal must have understood the method behind Lenny's magic trick. I must have been in a position to easily modify the equipment. Leaving aside how he died, Cole had all the means to commit the crime at his disposal. The strange noise could likely have been the sound of Cowell and hastily struggling. Lenny was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. This would have given time for Cowell to bring his out of the magic box in the audience stand. But according to the guard's testimony, no one entered or left the opera house, so even if I had to taken her, there's been no means of exiting. Exiting from the box would have been a full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteeing that they would be discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
Where in the world did Hazley go?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Magic? Escaping from the water tank? Wait, could it have been the water?
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Hold on a second.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Yes. Where did the missing... Wait, could he really use the what? Well, how? Like how Lenny did to Lynette?
The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
That must be it.
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind.
Oh, they were only close. Yeah, but that's like that he could be able to do that. I didn't even think that he could do that.
If
So
there's
I don't know.
a similar method where a person could be transformed into water.
Oh, just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
I request that we examine Cowell's personal effects. We might find something there.
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust the Traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
And sometime Igor returns with news.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
The primordial sea?
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
Oh.
The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject.
Oh, damn.
As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You gotta be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order!
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
Water from primordial sea. The liquid the guards found. Why did they say guards? Whatever. The liquid the guards found in Cowell's luggage seems to have the ability to dissolve Fontainians into water. Who is prime suspect currently?
The deceased's name is Cowell.
Yep, that's my man.
Their time. Did she have something to do with... I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
Oh my god. Actually right. Holy sh... Oh god damn. I knew it, guys. It was so easy. I already knew it.
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again! In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel, and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person? What a humiliation.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What?
That can't be.
Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you. Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent.
Oh yeah, I have to actually press.
Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime. Ultimately, he knocked Cowl out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization. Am I right, Mr. Linny?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here. Is this the end of the road?
Oh
no. Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around this. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
I think we've all seen enough now, and we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale. Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout, and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny, if you would be so kind.
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion.
Geo-user.
But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Linny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf. But, as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
And voila!
Nope.
Sorry for the interruption.
Nope. Well, there she is.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence. I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
Bruh, come on, man. Why is it the obvious? Oh man, come on, man. The innocent one becoming the. Come on, man. I did. Oh man. Really? Okay.
What?
Never mind. My brain turned off already. I don't even know what's happening.
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there, and I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lenny was the one who caught me in the act.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief!